Hello students, welcome to the channel. In this video, we'll solve the math calculator section of the April 2017 US SAT. So let's begin. Number one, if m is equal to 3, how much greater is 10m than 6m? So we have 10m minus 6m, which is 4m. So 4 into 3, 12. The temperature in degrees Celsius of a hot object placed in a room is recorded every 5 minutes. The temperature of the object decreases rapidly at first, then decreases more slowly as the object's temperature approaches the temperature of the room. Which of the following graphs could represent the temperature of this object over time? So that would be option A, because you can see that it is falling more rapidly initially and then less rapidly as time goes on, right? So A is the best answer. B is linear increase, so this doesn't show a decrease. C is exponential increase, so again. And this is the opposite of what we want, right? Here, the fall is slow in the beginning and faster in the end. So this is not what we want. Number 3, which of the following values of x is a solution to this equation? So let's square both sides. X minus 2 whole squared is x plus 10. X squared minus 4x plus 4 is x plus 10. So x squared minus 5x minus 6 is 0. So x squared minus 6x plus x minus 6 is 0. So x minus 6 into x plus 1 is 0. So x is 6 or negative 1. Now we need to verify both values. So when we put x equal to 6, my left hand side becomes 6 minus 2, 4, and my right hand side becomes square root of 16, which is also 4. So x equal to 6 should be my answer. And when I put x equal to negative 1, my left hand side is negative 3, and my right hand side is square root of 9, which is plus 3. So this is not an answer. Last year, 800 students attended the career fair at West High School. This year, the number of students who attended the career fair increased by 5%. How many students attended the fair this year? So 800 plus 5% of 800. So 800 plus 5 over 100 into 800. So that's 840. C. Nutritional information for 1 ounce servings of seeds and nuts. The table above shows the calorie, grams of fat, and grams of protein in 1 ounce servings of selected seeds and nuts. How many more grams of protein are in 1 pound of pumpkin seeds than are in 1 pound of pistachios? And 1 pound is 16 ounces. Okay, so in 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds, 8.5 grams of protein, and in 1 ounce of pistachio, 3. So the difference is 5.5. That's in 1 ounce. So in 1 pound, it would be 5.5 into 16. So that's 16 into 5, 80, 0, carry 8, 88. So that's option C. Okay, Lionel purchases 1 pound bags of each of the 5 seeds and nuts shown in the table. Of the following, which best approximates the average number of calories per bag? Okay, average number of calories. So let's first find the average in 1 ounce. So let's just add all of these. 198 plus 80 plus 159 plus 166, 185. That divided by 5. So 157.6 is the average for 1 ounce. So for 1 pound, it would be that multiplied by 16. So 2521.6. So around 2500, option D. A pool initially contains 1385 cubic feet of water. A pump begins emptying the water at a constant rate of 20 cubic feet per minute. Which of the following functions best approximates the volume in cubic feet of water in the pool t minutes after pumping begins? Right. So I start with 1385, and every minute it's emptying at a rate of 20 cubic feet. So after t minutes, it would empty how much? 20 t cubic feet. So what will I be left with? The amount would be 1385 minus 20t. Option A. At a snack bar, each medium drink costs $1.85 and each large drink costs C more dollars than a medium drink. Okay, so medium drink is 1.85 and large is 1.85 plus C. 5 medium and 5 large drink cost a total of this. What is the value of C? Okay, so 5 medium plus 5 large cost 20.5. So 1 medium plus 1 large costs 4.1. So that's 1.85 plus 1.85 plus C is 4.1. So that's 0, 1, 7, 1, 3.7 plus C is 4.1. So C is 0.4. Kate bought a bus pass that had an initial value of $90. For every bus ride Kate takes, 1.8, the cost of one bus ride, is subtracted from the value of the pass. What percentage of the initial value of Kate's bus pass is the cost of one bus ride? Okay, so 1.8 by 90 into 100. So that cancels. So 18 by 9, 2%. To determine whether residents of a community would vote in favor of a ballot proposal to use $100,000 of local taxes for additional playground equipment at a community park, Jennifer surveyed 60 adults visiting the park with their children during 1 week in June. She found that 45 of those surveyed reported that they would vote in favor of the proposal. Which of the following statements must be true? Okay, so if you're looking at $100,000 of taxes for additional playground equipment, then you can't just survey people in the park, right? Because obviously, overwhelmingly, they will support this because they are the kind of people who do go to parks and who would support additional playground equipment. So this is not a random sample, right? You need to have a random sample. So when the actual vote is taken, 75% of the votes, yeah, so 45 out of 60 is 75%, but that's not right. No prediction should be made about the vote because the sample size is too small. Yeah, the sample size is small, but that's not the reason why the survey is a bad survey. The sampling method is flawed and it may produce biased results. The sampling method is not flawed and it is unlikely to produce biased results. No, it is flawed. So it's C. Okay, if this and this are true, what is the value of this? So x to the power 4 minus y to the power 4 is negative 15. So this I can write as x square whole square minus y square whole square is negative 15. And a square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b. So x square plus y square times x square minus y square is negative 15. X square minus y square is given as negative 3. So negative 3 times x square plus y square is negative 15. So x square plus y square is 5. So A. A cable company recorded the percentage of households in the US that had cable television from 1987 to 1997. In the scatter plot below, X represents the number of years since 1987 and Y represents the percentage of households with cable TV. The line of best fit is also given. Okay. Which of the following is closest to the equation of the line of best fit? So I noticed that the y-intercept is 54, and in y is equal to mx plus c is the y-intercept. So the only option with a y-intercept of 54 is option C. So that should be my answer. And let's just verify this. 1 point on the line is 8, 66. 8, 66. So let's just put that here. 7 by 5 into 8 plus 54. So that becomes 7 times 1.6 plus 54. So 6 sevens are 42, carry 4, 7 and 4, 11 plus 54. So that's 65.2. Yeah, so close to 66. So C is a good answer. Which of the following is the best interpretation of the slope of the line of best fit? So the slope of the line of best fit, here you can see the line of best fit is 7 by 5x plus 54. So y is 7 by 5x plus 54. So the slope is 7 by 5, right? So that is the increase in the y value for a unit increase in the x value. So increase in the percentage of households with cable TV every year, right? That would be the answer. The actual increase in the percentage of households with cable TV each year, the predicted increase in the percentage of households with cable TV each year, the actual increase in the number of households, the predicted increase in the number of households. So C and D are out because we are not talking about number, we are talking about percentage. And between A and B, I think B is better because this is a line of best fit, right? This is not the actual increase. This gives you the predicted increase based on some data points. So predicted is a better answer than actual, B. A greenhouse owner purchases fertilizer in 60-gallon drums. The fertilizer is mixed with water to make several batches of solutions. Each batch of solution is made by mixing 3 quarts of fertilizer with water. What is the maximum number of batches of solution that can be made from 160-gallon drum of fertilizer? Okay, so for one batch, you need 3 quarts, right? And 1 gallon is 4 quarts. So you have a total of 60 into 4, 240 quarts, right? So how many batches can you make? 240 by 3, which is 80. Tara rode her bicycle along a straight road from her home to a restaurant and ate lunch. She then continued along the same road to a movie theater to see a movie. Finally, she returned home on the same road after the movie. Tara's distance from home during the 4 hours she was out is shown. How many total miles did she ride her bicycle? Okay, so she went from home to restaurant, so that was 3 miles. And then from restaurant to movie, so that's 2 miles. And then she came back home. So it's 5 into 2, 10. Ryan has 1,500 yards of yarn. He wants to knit at least 2 scarves and at least 3 hats. Each scarf requires 300 yards of yarn and each hat requires 120 yards of yarn. If S represents the number of scarves and H represents the number of hats, which of the following systems represents this solution? So at least 2 scarves, so S should be greater than equal to 2, and at least 3 hats, so H should be greater than equal to 3. And one scarf requires 300 yards, so 300 S plus 120 H, that's the total yards of yarn required. That should be less than equal to 1,500 because he only has 1,500 yards. So S greater than equal to 2, H greater than equal to 3, and 300S plus 120H should be less than equal to 1,500. So D. Michael performed an experiment where he tossed 2 coins, 1 dime and 1 nickel at the same time and recorded whether each one landed on heads or tails. His results are shown in the table below. For what percent of the tosses did the die Michael tossed land on heads? Okay, so total, how many tosses were there? 27 plus 26 plus 24 plus 23. 7 and 6, 13 and 4, 17 and 3, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so 100 tosses and the dime landed on heads for 27 plus 26, which is 53. So for 53%. During a storm, the atmospheric pressure in a certain location fell at a constant rate of 3.4 millibars per hour over a 24-hour time period. Which of the following is closest to the total drop in atmospheric pressure in millimeters of mercury over the course of 5 hours during the 24-hour time period? Okay, so for 24 hours, it fell by 3.4 millibars, and 1 millibar is 760 by 1013 millimeters of mercury, right, from this. So 3.4 millibar would be 3.4 into 760 divided by 1013, right? So let's just plug that in. 3.4 times 760. Yeah, that divided by 1013. So this is 2.55, right? So it fell by 2.55 millimeters of mercury per hour. So over the course of 5 hours, how much would it fall? 2.55 multiplied by 5. So 12.75, which is close to 12.8. On its opening day, a car dealership had an inventory of 29 cars. During the first 6 months, 18 additional cars were purchased by the dealership each week, and the sales team sold an average of 15 cars per week. During the first 6 months, which of the following equations best models the car inventory at the dealership T weeks after opening day? Okay. So initially there were 29 cars, and every week you would get 18 additional cars, of which 15 would be sold. So 3 cars effectively would be added to the inventory. So in T weeks, you would add 3 T cars. So number of cars would be 29 plus 3T. Option D. Okay, if 2 root 2x is A, what is 2x in terms of A? So 2 root 2x is A. So root 2x is A by 2. So 2x is A square by 4. So B. Okay, I think we'll stop here for this video and do the remaining questions in another video. So let's grade this. Starting from 1. This is math calculator. CADCC, CADCC. 6th, DABBC, DABBC. 11th, ACBCB, ACBCB, and 16. DDBDB, DDBDB. Okay, great. So we got all correct. Hope this exercise was helpful. If it was, hit like and subscribe to the channel. Come back later for solutions to the math questions that are still remaining, questions 21 to 38. I'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.